My birthday party was meant to be flawless. Family gathered, friends around, laughter echoing through the house. All the ingredients for a perfect celebration were there. But somewhere in the middle of the night, that laughter shifted. It sharpened, turned mean, and landed on the last person who deserved it, my husband. At first, I thought it was nothing, just harmless fun. We all laughed, even me. Then he rose from his chair, his face calm, eyes steady, and reached for the microphone. What came next froze every person in the room. The truth he laid bare wasn't only about him. It was about me, about us, about everything I had kept hidden. From that moment, my birthday stopped being a party and became the night everything unraveled. I had counted down to this birthday for weeks. Turning 30 wasn't just another candle. It felt like crossing into a new chapter. A house filled with friends, my closest relatives nearby, balloons bobbing the corners, music humming softly in the background. I wanted the evening to stand out, to remind everyone that I was surrounded by love and admiration. Aaron, my husband, had never been the life of the party. He was reserved, soft-spoken, the kind of man who blended into the edges while I thrived under attention. I always brushed off his quietness as shyness, though sometimes it irritated me. I wished he would be more charming, more outgoing, the kind of husband others would admire. When guests began arriving, I glowed with excitement. Aaron greeted each person kindly, then disappeared back into the kitchen, making sure food was ready and glasses stayed full. He moved quietly through the house, making sure everyone was comfortable. To me, he wasn't the centerpiece. He was a support system in the background. That night, I wanted every eye on me. The evening buzzed with stories, clinking glasses, and laughter that grew louder as the night went on. Eventually, the jokes turned toward Aaron. At first, it was lighthearted. Someone teased about how quiet he was. Another called him the butler for constantly refilling drinks. I laughed too, but the remarks sharpened, becoming bolder. People mimicked his quiet demeanor, exaggerating it until the room roared with laughter. I saw a discomfort flicker in his eyes, but I ignored it. I told myself it was harmless. What I didn't realize was that every laugh chipped away at him. As drinks flowed, the teasing escalated. Someone shouted that Aaron was too dull to give a toast. Another joked he probably couldn't dance. Each jab drew louder laughter, shifting the focus away from me and onto him, but not in the way I had hoped. I glanced at him, standing at the edge of the room with a glass in hand. His smile was tight, heavy, masking something deeper. And still, I didn't stop it. Inside, I felt embarrassed too. Embarrassed that my husband wasn't witty or charming enough to defend himself. Instead of standing up for him, I let it happen. That night, I chose the crowd's amusement over his pride. Then someone yelled across the room, "Come on, Aaron, say something. Prove you're not just background tonight." The room hushed, everyone waiting. I half expected him to retreat further into the shadows. But instead, he moved. Aaron stepped forward, his expression calm, his movements deliberate. He walked to the microphone by the cake, where soft music had been playing all night. Without rushing, he picked it up and looked straight at the faces that had mocked him. The chatter died instantly. His voice wasn't loud, but it carried weight. Serious, steady, impossible to ignore. "You've all spent the night laughing at me," he began. "At my quietness, my silence, my role in this marriage. You call it boring. You call it weak. But let me tell you what silence really holds." The room froze. My stomach twisted as he continued. "For years, I've watched my wife chase the spotlight, soak up admiration, and push me aside like I'm invisible. I've been the one holding her up, making sure she shines, cleaning up her messes, both big and small. I've done it all quietly, not because I'm weak, but because I believed love meant sacrifice." The air grew heavy, suffocating. No one dared move. "But tonight," he said, scanning the room, "you've all laughed at me, and she," he pointed directly at me, "the woman who promised to protect me, stood by me, laughed the loudest." Gasps swept through the room. My face burned as everyone's gaze turned toward me. "You want to know why I don't speak much?" Aaron asked. "Because words are cheap. Anyone can fill a room with noise. But actions show who we truly are. And what I see tonight is that the woman I married, the woman I thought valued me, doesn't see me at all. I tried to speak, but the words caught in my throat. His pain was raw, undeniable, laid bare for everyone to witness. He set the microphone down. The click echoed louder than all the laughter earlier. Without another word, he walked to the door and left. Just like that, the party was over. Silence lingered. Music still played faintly. Candles flickered on the cake. But the joy had drained out. What replaced it was shame. Thick, suffocating, crushing me more than anything I had ever felt. For days afterward, his words replayed in my mind. His quietness had been his strength, and I had mistaken it for weakness. His support was love, and I had taken it for granted. And when he needed me most, I hadn't offended him. I had betrayed him, not with another person, but with my silence, my laughter. Betrayal doesn't always come wrapped in lies or affairs. Sometimes it's as simple as failing the one person who trusted you most. Sometimes it's smiling at the wrong moment, laughing when you should have protected. That night, I broke my husband's trust. I don't know if Aaron will ever forgive me. I don't even know if he should. But I do know this. I will never again mistake silence for weakness, nor underestimate how cruel laughter can be when directed at the wrong heart. So I ask you, if you had been in that room, would you have laughed too? Or would you have had the courage to stop it before it was too late? Because sometimes the deepest truths are spoken only after the laughter fades.